Hello and welcome to the Motoring News Zone, the show where we take you through all the biggest stories in the world of cars right now. This week we react to the Chinese EV manufacturer XPENG launching their first vehicles in the UK. Ferrari and McLaren have revealed their WEC liveries for the 2025 season, and Bugatti's Mistral has started to be delivered to customers, marking the beginning of the end for their iconic W12 engine. All that and a whole lot more is coming up in today's show. Let's dive in. So Bugatti makes some of the most powerful cars in the world. They've broken all kinds of land speed records when it comes to production cars, and the first Mistral has left the factory. And now this is a cool thing, of course, if you're wanting to get a Bugatti, if you're wanting to see what these things can actually do, but it is the start of the end of an era, specifically for the W16. Let me explain, guys. I've got a full photo gallery of this incredible car, and I'll explain why this is the start of the end for an incredible era in automotive history. So there's a full article over on the motoringchronicle.com, but I'll overlay some pictures so you can see this gallery for yourself while I speak about it. The Mistral is synonymous with power, one of the 8 most potent winds enveloping the Mediterranean. It is known as a force of nature, but its enchanting aura goes further than that. Coursing through the French mainland and out across the mesmerizing Azure coastline, it invokes an irresistible sense of wistfulness, both for what has passed and what is to come. With the winds of change blowing into a new chapter for Bugatti, the swan song of the legendary W16 era, the W16 Mistral, has been delivered to its first customers, a special moment marking the beginning of a new milestone for the brand and a new journey of discovery for the owners. The story of the W16 Mistral itself can be traced back through history to some of the marquee's most iconic roadsters, with the extraordinarily beautiful 1934 Type 57 Roadster Grand Raid U-Sign and the equally mesmerizing Type 57S Roadster coach built by Corsica. The seeds of what defines the W16 Mistral came into bloom, where a purposeful profile infused with seamlessly elegant body lines intertwined with driving experience opens the elements unlike that any come before it. That same enduring design ethos and spirit of inimitability travelled through the decades and flowed into 2022 when Bugatti unveiled the last in its iconic line of incomparable roadsters on the lawns at the revered Monterey Car Week. Presented at the Quail, the W16 Mistral captivated onlookers with the echoes of its soulful yet cutting-edge technology and design. From that moment, destined to be a creation like its illustrious forebearers, would enchant the world with its timeless beauty. After stunning debuts on American soil, the W16 Mistral then embarked on a global tour, making its European premiere at Chantilly Arts and Elegance by Richard Mille in 2022, before its grace and elegance was taken across the world, from storied desert dunes throughout the Middle East to the cultural and historic hub of Tokyo in Japan, the bright lights of Singapore and the winding roads of southern France, home to the legendary wind inspiring the W16 Mistral's name. Faithful to the incredible duality of beauty and performance defining Bugatti's design, the spellbinding form of the Mistral contains an astonishingly powerful force, the legendary W16 engine. The mighty engineering masterpiece fuses with a truly elemental open-top driving configuration, delivering an experience defined by power and emotion, unmatched in the automotive world, bearing witness to the majesty of the W16 in its purest form. It is a mechanical wonder that would show the finest hand in 2024, with the pursuit of ultimate performance, the W16 Mistral earning its status as the world's fastest ever roadster, achieving a new top speed record of 453.91 kilometers per hour. Only a few months after the final touches of the last handcrafted Chiron were completed and a new era for Bugatti unveiled in the Tourbillon, the W16 Mistral embarks on its journey as the final encore for the incredible W16 engine, marking the end of a remarkable chapter for Bugatti. The ultimate roadster, entirely unparalleled in its capabilities, its character, and its rich heritage. Qualities that its first esteemed owners can continue to experience for themselves in their rawest, most thrilling form. And my word, does it look beautiful. It looks so aggressively beautiful, if that's such a thing. Some great photos I've just shown you there as well. Thank you to Bugatti for providing them. Yeah, it's kind of sad it's the last W16, but it's not a surprise really with the way the automotive industry is going. 16 cylinders is just a bit ridiculous, but that's just what it is, you know. It's an incredible car that pushes all the boundaries. But yeah, let us know your thoughts, guys. Is this the most beautiful Bugatti car ever made? It's got to be up there in my opinion, and I'm sure it absolutely sounds like a beast. I mean, just look at the thing. Unbelievable stuff. So Ferrari have revealed their WEC livery for the 2025 season. McLaren now have done the same thing as well, as McLaren and United Autosports prepare for the WEC season coming up. A refreshed look, a refreshed driver lineup, as well as they look to compete and win races in the LMGT3 category, the second tier of racing, of course, in the WEC series. So let's have a look, guys. There's a full article on the motorsportsreports.com. Let's see what's been said about this, and let's have a look at some pretty pictures of these cars as well, because, spoiler alert, they look great. McLaren Automotive and its racing partner United Autosports embark on their second season of FIA World Endurance Championship competition with a refreshed livery and driver lineup for two of the 720S GT3 Evo cars that our partnership aims to build on a hugely competitive debut and celebrate the 30th anniversary of McLaren's iconic victory at the 24 Hours of Le Mans. McLaren made its WEC debut in 2024 with the advent of the new LMGT3 class. The McLaren GT3 Evo cars demonstrated race-winning pace, claiming the championship's full LMGT3 front row lockout in qualifying for Bahrain and a podium finish in Brazil on the way to a top 10 position in the championship standings. The season also included a return to the 24 Hour of Le Mans in cars numbers 59 and 95 in tribute to the 1995 winning McLaren F1 GTR. This year marks 30 years since McLaren's historic debut victory in one of endurance racing's most iconic cars. I mean, just look at them. Look beautiful, aren't they? I wish I could own something like that. That thing's worth, I mean, that one's probably worth many, many of my houses, but even the stock regular version is worth several of my houses, probably. Having raced in colours aligned with McLaren's Formula 1 team, the IndyCar team, and the Formula E livery, for 2025, McLaren United Autosports have evolved this look to incorporate more of McLaren's signature papaya colour, accentuating the aerodynamic strengths of the McLaren GT3 Evo design. The hood and splitter are now papaya, as is the rear wing. From the side aspect, the papaya door blade is complemented by the same hue on the lower bodywork rising from the floor, describing the flow of air towards the rear diffuser. Viewed from above, the papaya highlights the aerodynamic teardrop cabin shape that is a feature of McLaren automotive products. British driver James Cottingham and Swiss Gregory Saucy, I love that man's name, Greg Saucy, glad he's sticking around. He drove the 59 car to 9th place in the overall standings last year. For 2025, they will be joined by French driver Sebastien Bourdais for his second season of WEC racing, having finished on the podium in Bahrain in his debut season. In the 95 car, which claimed a podium in Brazil, Japan's Marino Sato will be joined this year by Darren Leung and Sean Galisle. Sean Galisle, that's a blast from the past. Glad to see he's hanging around too. British driver Leung is a WEC race winner, GT3 World Championship Sprint Cup Bronze Drivers Champion, that is a mouthful, and British GT Champion on top of that as well. While Indonesian Galisle enters his 5th WEC season, in which he has won 4 races in total so far, including one alongside Leung last year, and finishes runner-up in the championship twice. The 2025 WEC season begins in Qatar on the 28th of February, and then the first of 8 rounds that includes Imola, Spa-Francorchamps, and Le Mans in Europe. The championship then heads to Sao Paulo and Texas in the Americas, going on towards Japan, with the final round in Bahrain in November. It is a very special year to be racing with McLaren in WEC, and our 2025 livery celebrates that. This season is about building on strong foundations, winning races and going for the championship title, and we're going to do that in a car that is proudly, unmistakably McLaren, said Richard Dean, the CEO of United Autosports. Now that we have proven that the McLaren GT3 Evo speed and endurance at the highest level of competition, we enter the new season confident of competing for the WEC title in our racing partner United Autosports. Racing is the DNA of all of our supercars, and the WEC, with the iconic 24 Hours of Le Mans at its heart, is the ideal competitive environment for them. So we are excited for what we can deliver on the track this year, said Michael Light, the CEO of McLaren Automotive. And there you go, guys. Rather pretty, isn't it? Beautiful car. Absolutely love that. So yeah, basically there's two classes in the WEC series for pretty much every single race. You've got the hypercars at the top and you have the GT3 at the bottom as well. And obviously they're going to look for class victories because realistically they're never going to beat the hypercars. That's just the way it is. The difference in performance is just too much. But you know, I'm hopeful for them as a McLaren fan in Formula 1. I like to see the orange cars do well. And you know, maybe one day they'll enter the hypercar program, but it's a very competitive field. There are a lot of huge manufacturers in there and some big ones joining as well. I think for 27 they'll have 10 different manufacturers in there, which is crazy because not long ago I swear there was like 3 or 4 and that was it. But yeah guys, let us know your thoughts about this in the comments below. So I've said on a number of occasions here on the motoringchronicle.com that endurance racing, sports car racing is in a very good place right now, not least because such incredible marquees like Ferrari are taking an active part in the hypercar program, the top tier of endurance racing, and they have revealed their livery for the upcoming season. And oh my word, is it beautiful. I mean, it's a Ferrari. How can it not be beautiful? Like they say in one of my favorite films, Cars, it's a Ferrari. You know, it can't not be, it can't not look great, but this looks absolutely devilish, and they will be looking to retain and defend their Le Mans crown this year, of course, because they famously won it last season. They're going to want to defend their title this season. Ford versus Ferrari is coming back in a few years' time as well. Both of those incredible manufacturers going head-to-head at Le Mans, and Ferrari will want to establish itself as the dominant force in the WEC, the World Endurance Championship, between now and when that happens. So let's have a look at this, guys. Let's have a look at this. We've got a full article here on the motorsportreports.com. So let's see what's been said about this incredible looking car ahead of the WEC season. Ferrari officially marked the start of its third season in the FIA World Endurance Championship's top class by unveiling the livery of the 2025 499P, which will compete under the official Ferrari AF Course team banner. Number 50 and number 51 Le Mans hypercars will continue to uphold the legacy, prestige and triumphs of the Maranello-based outfit while interpreting the stylistic elements of the 499P that is inherited from the iconic 312 PB. The crews remain unchanged in 2025, a season in which Ferrari aims to contest the manufacturers' and drivers' world championship titles while defending its Le Mans crown. Antonio Fuoco, Miguel Molina and Niklas Nielsen will share the number 50 car, while Alessandro Pierguidi, James Collado and Antonio Giovinazzi will take the wheel of the number 51. The 499P, entrusted to the 6 drivers, will maintain the same technical configuration as the car that competed in the latter half of last season. The championship kicks off on the 28th of February in Qatar, the Losail circuit, which you may know from MotoGP and nowadays Formula 1 as well. But look at that livery, man. Honestly, it just looks fast, doesn't it? Look at that. They got lasers and everything going on. It's incredible. It looks like it's been beamed in like on a hologram or something. Scotty. But yeah, let's have a look at the livery. So, while preserving continuity, the 2025 edition of the 499P unveils striking design elements that make it instantly recognizable. The defining theme remains the Maranello manufacturer's signature red, which dominates the bodywork, complemented by Giallo Modena in a colour scheme already ingrained in the collective memory after the team's back-to-back victories at the 24 Hour of Le Mans. Set to make its racing debut in Qatar, the 499P thus pays homage to Ferrari's recent history while still celebrating its predecessor, the 312B. This was Maranello's last sport prototype, which competed until 1973 before a 50-year hiatus that ended in 2023 with Ferrari's return to the top class of endurance racing. True to the philosophy of the prancing horse, the 2025 499P looks ahead, supported by the creativity of Ferrari's designers. The livery has been modernised with a composition blending red, a darker shade that reinterprets the colours seen on a Ferrari race cars from the past decades, with Giallo Modena accentuating the car's body lines. The 499P's livery features a dominant glossy red finish optimised for high car visibility, particularly in nighttime racing. This is complemented by a matte accent that aligns with the Ferrari HP Formula 1 team that will reveal its car in the coming days as well, or at least reveal its livery in the coming days, I should say. So I can imagine there'll be a bit of an alignment there when it comes to WEC and F1. The cockpit retains a signature yellow diagonal stripe, a hallmark of the 499P since 2023, but unlike last season, this graphic now extends across the side pods instead of the lower section of the side. The design choice accentuates the side pods longitudinally, further enhancing the car's dynamic presence. The effect is particularly striking when viewing the 499P from above, such as from the grandstands, offering fans an original and visual experience, as well as some incredible helicopter shots, no doubt, as well, which we love to see while racing. But yeah, I mean, just look at it. Just look at it. It's incredible. I think it looks beautiful. But the most important thing for them is how fast it is and reliable it is out on the track. And going off of last season, it probably will be one of the best, if not the best. They're going to want to win it all. Obviously, Ferrari, aren't they? And we'll see how they'll get on in it in Qatar as well. But yeah, looks absolutely beautiful. I believe McLaren have also revealed their kind of livery and everything like that for the LMGT3 cars that are obviously the lower class. They won't compete with the Ferraris. They're in the second tier, as it were. So yeah, that looks incredible as well. I've already done a video on that. Also another article on motorsportreports.com. So check that out if you've not already, of course. But it should be out around the same time as this one, I imagine. But yeah, honestly, fantastic. Looks bellissimo. Incredible. So we brought you a really cool photo gallery the other week about Rolls-Royce, and it went down pretty well, it's fair to say. And the timing of that was actually not a coincidence, because we knew something was coming from Rolls-Royce at some point when it comes to a new car, and they've announced a new black badge Spectre, the alter ego, which is amplified. Let's have a look at this, guys. There's a full photo gallery over on the Motoring Chronicle, of course, as always. But for a change, I'm actually going to show you a video of this as well. But yeah, there are some still images of this car as well. So I'm going to show you a really cool bit of footage that Rolls-Royce has very handily provided for us. Thank you very much for that. Let's have a look, guys. Let's describe this absolute alter ego, the Black Badge Spectre. Rolls-Royce Motor Cars unveils the Black Badge Spectre, the marquee's alter ego amplified. In addition to debuting bold exterior finishes, vivid interior details, and innovative opportunities for bespoke, Black Spectre can summon a four-figure torque output at 1,075 Newton meters, with a record 485 kilowatts, or around 659 horsepower of power. This makes Black Badge Spectre the most powerful Rolls-Royce in history. In every way, Black Badge Spectre is Rolls-Royce at its most potent and audacious, which perfectly captures the spirit of the bold individuals it has been created for and who request it. Black Badge clients are unique within Rolls-Royce, building their success on pushing boundaries and refusing to be defined by traditional codes of luxury. Their approach to luxury is no different. They accept nothing less than the most exquisitely crafted products and uncompromising experience, but demand a dynamic edge and an unapologetic attitude that reflects their world, their story, and their daring. The decision to craft such a potent motor car was driven by the extraordinary expectations of the marquee's Black Badge clients. Their rigorous demand requires an equally formidable engineering response built on Rolls-Royce's profound understanding of what a Black Badge should be, effortlessly intense, immediate, and precise. To ensure this philosophy accurately reflected how clients use their motor cars in the field, a group of Rolls-Royce owners granted engineers access to their anonymized driving data, allowing drivetrain specialists to quantitatively analyze their driving behavior across hundreds of thousands of collective miles. This revealed that clients exploited the maximum power in short pulses more than over extended periods. This insight provides a powerful validation of the marquee's approach, perfectly matching the dramatic, intense character of the most powerful Rolls-Royce ever created, meticulously developed in the image of this bold client group. For Black Badge Spectre, the concept of formidable bursts of power is taken to an extreme, with two powertrains powertrain innovations. Although these functions are new for Rolls-Royce motor cars, they have a historical precedent. In aircraft powered by the legendary Rolls-Royce Merlin engine, including the Supermarine Spitfire, pilots could obtain a burst of additional power by pushing a switch on the throttle quadrant. While the robust Merlin engine was easily able to accommodate these temporary pulses, pilots were required to report the use of the function on landing as a precaution to flight engineers, a requirement that does not apply to badge Spectre drivers today. That's a good thing. The first innovation is a unique infantry mode, a tribute to the infantry symbol that was signifying the black badge Rolls-Royce. Unlocked by pressing the infinity button on the steering wheel, the full 485 kilowatts of power is made available, providing a more direct throttle response from the driver. Once this mode is activated, the dials become more vibrant to match the change in the motor car's character. It turns into its alter ego, if you will. Black Badge Spectre also features sprinted mode, which allows the driver to experience a burst of intense, instantaneous acceleration. When the motor car is stationary, the driver engages this function by fully depressing the brake and the throttle at the same time, waiting for a haptic and visual response signaling the car is ready before fully releasing the brake. This temporarily amplifies the torque output to about 1075 Newton meters, unleashing a surge of force and propelling the car from 0 to 60 in just 4.1 seconds. Like I said, guys, there is a full article on the motoringchronicle.com, a full gallery as well. Thank you again to Rolls-Royce for all the images and the video that you will have just saw there. But yeah, an incredible car. I dread to think, I always say this with these cars, I dread to think how much it costs, but at the end of the day, if you have that kind of money, this seems like a very worthwhile investment. What a motor vehicle. So XPENG, I am probably pronouncing that incorrect, but they're a Chinese car manufacturer and they are launching for the first time in the UK with their new vehicle. And I'm going to take a look at it because this is definitely a unique one. It's apparently the world's first AI-defined vehicle and flying car. Yes, flying car. Let's have a look at this, guys, because I'm more than a bit skeptical about it. I already brought you a video a little bit ago going over Chinese cars and how they are, of course, on the way effectively in the UK. They're already here, in fact, of course. And people's kind of opinions on them do go from one extreme to the other. So a lot of people think that they're not safe, they're not roadworthy, and a lot of people think, well, they are actually, relatively safe. There's no problem with them, and they're a lot cheaper than European models. So why wouldn't people who are a bit cash strapped at the end of the day go for them? But let's have a look at this article, guys. Full piece here on the motoringchronicle.com as always. XPENG, a Chinese-born, global-orientated high-tech automotive company, announces its official entry into the UK and kicks off the pre-sale of its first right-hand drive model. The ultra-smart, all-electric mid-size coupe SUV XPENG G6 marks the new milestone as one of the world's biggest automotive and EV markets, the UK, of course. XPENG said the following on their UK launch. Our launch in the UK in partnership with International Motors Ltd, IM, marks a significant step in XPENG's European and global expansion. They're going for European and global domination, guys. I'm telling you, they are going for it, absolutely. Said Dr. Brian Jew, not sure how you pronounce that person's last name. Do apologise, I would have got it wrong at least once there. Vice Chairman and President of XPENG. We are excited to bring a new era for smarter, more sustainable mobility to the UK market and globally. With XPENG's cutting-edge proprietary technology ranging from futuristic design and impressive range to ultra-fast charging, we are confident that our vehicles will resonate with UK customers, offering exceptional quality, innovation, and an outstanding driving experience. The UK is a crucial step in XPENG's internationalization strategy. That is a mouthful. Not only has it become the largest EV market in Europe in 2024, but it also is one of the most significant right-hand drive markets worldwide. Yes, of course. And that is in we drive on the left here, but our cars have the steering wheel on the right. So that is absolutely clear there. Because I know someone will point out in the comments, oh, we don't drive on the right here. We do it properly. Trust me, I see them all the time. I see you guys in the comments all the time having a debate about whether it's correct to drive on the left or the right. So check out our videos about that if you're not already. IML's trusted reputation. With nearly 50 years of experience in vehicle distribution, XPENG's official distributor IML brings a trusted reputation and extensive market expertise. Together with XPENG and IML, plan to open 20 dealerships across the United Kingdom in 2025. That is ambitious, ensuring a local, strong presence and a more widespread customer support network. We take great pride in partnering with innovative brands such as XPENG. Together, we are committed to shaping the future of electric mobility and providing market-leading vehicles and services. And we can't wait to get our exciting journey with XPENG started, said William Brown, the managing director of IML UK. So yeah, there's a few little stats here as well. It's reinforcing the vision of AI-defined smart mobility. Because this is what I really want to know about. Well, how does this work? So with AI-driven advancements, XPENG aims to offer a more intuitive, safer, and highly customizable driving experience, enhancing convenience and personalization for users. At the launch event, XPENG showcased an impressive lineup of vehicles, offering a glimpse into the future of smart, multidimensional mobility. The P7 Plus, which is the world's first AI-defined vehicle, the G6 Ultra Smart Coupe SUV, the G9, which is the ultra-intelligent flagship SUV, the X9, the ultra smart large 7-seater car, and also the eVTOL, I think that's how you pronounce it, the eVTOL X2 flying car by XPENG Aero HT, an XPENG subsidiary and Asia's largest eVTOL company. As part of its UK debut, XPENG has opened pre-orders for its highly anticipated G6 Ultra Smart Coupe, with launch prices starting at £39,990 and deliveries to begin in March. XPENG's G6 combines the high-performance, cutting-edge technology and zero tailpipe emissions. The G6 offers 800-volt supercharging and an extended driving range, meeting the evolving needs of UK and European customers. Its next-generation operating systems and premium features will provide a seamless and integrated driving experience that sets new benchmarks in electric mobility for UK drivers. So interesting, a little bit of information on XPENG there at the very bottom. I'd have to say the thing that surprised me the most about this is the price, $39,990. I mean, when I spoke about brands such as BYD in my previous video about Chinese EVs coming here to the UK, their prices were unbelievably low. And maybe that's to their detriment. People might think, well, the price is so low, there's got to be something wrong with it. Maybe XPENG are being like, well, let's raise the prices a little bit. And now nearly 40 grand for a new EV, SUV or whatever. It's not a lot, but it is, in today's market anyway. But it is more than what I was expecting it to be. I was expecting it to be 25, 30, in terms of the overall price of it. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. The mark of any success when it comes to these automotive companies is your sales. If you sell well, then great. If you don't, well, you're in trouble. And yeah, the market in the UK is definitely a massive one, biggest one in Europe when it comes to EVs. So I'll be fascinated to see how they get on. They may well be a flash in the pan, and there may well be another company that comes along in another 12 months' time, hoping to do the same thing, but slightly different. But anyway, guys, I'm going to pose the same question as what I posed in my previous video on Chinese EVs. Would you get one? Would you drive one? Would you buy one? Do you trust one? Your thoughts in the comments below. And we'll see you very soon for some more motoring content here on themotoringchronicle.com. Have a great day, guys. Have a great week. See you soon.